Hello, my friend. Currently, globally, there are millions of wild boars, with 30% of them residing in the United States. Their strong adaptability has caused significant damage to the U.S. economy. So, what have farmers done to address this issue? Let's explore them on our journey today, shall we? Let's go! Are you curious about the characteristics of wild boars? Wild boars became an invasive species in the 16th century when European settlers brought them to the United States for hunting purposes. Today, they have proliferated and spread everywhere, posing a significant problem not only for farmers but also for the general public. Some states in the U.S., such as Texas, are facing the largest populations of wild boars, with millions living naturally in this environment. The remarkable reproductive capacity of wild boars is noteworthy, with the ability to give birth to 13 to 18 piglets at a time. Breeding seasons typically occur in spring and summer, while in winter, they grow thick fur to withstand harsh weather. With their large size and aggressive nature, wild boars can endure harsh environments and sometimes may even attack humans if they feel threatened. If you find these wild boars frightening, please leave a number 1 in the comments section below. The favorite foods of wild boars typically include roots and fruits, and they often roam in groups to forage, traversing forests or grasslands. The weight of each wild boar can range from 200 to 350 pounds, depending on their age. The invasion of wild boars has caused significant losses for both rural and urban residents. According to estimates by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the damage caused by wild boars to the U.S. agricultural industry could reach up to $1.6 billion annually by 2019. A herd of wild boars, comprising hundreds of individuals, has wreaked havoc over 100 acres of cornfields in Texas, causing damages of up to $200 million. Additionally, they are encroaching upon wilderness areas, causing concern and insecurity within the community as they seek food and water. Furthermore, they are causing damage to electrical lines and water pipes, resulting in disruptions and anxiety in the area. So what do farmers need to do to stop them now? Using traps to deter the intrusion of wild boars has proven to be a simple yet effective method favored by farmers. Typically, they place traps in areas frequented by wild boars, such as along pathways or near water sources. This requires a careful strategy, focusing on strategic locations where signs of wild boar activity are present, such as footprints or feeding traces. Once traps are set, farmers often monitor and check them regularly to determine if any wild boars have been caught. When the number of captured wild boars significantly decreases, trap placement may be reduced each year. Although this process requires patience and perseverance, the ultimate result is a cost-effective control method that helps protect farmland and agricultural resources from the devastation caused by wild boars. A wild boar trap made of a string? Can you believe it? Start by digging a pit around the trap. Next, secure the trap by tying the chain to one of the fixed stakes and tying the other end of the string to a sturdy post, positioning the trap about 3 to 6 inches away to create a safe distance and ensure the string acts as a guard to hold the trap. Then, place bait in the trap to attract wild boars. The bait should be carefully chosen and effective to increase the chances of catching boars. Remember to maintain the trap regularly by replenishing bait when needed and repairing or replacing damaged parts to ensure the best performance for catching wild boars. Leave a number 1 in the comments section below if you find these farmers creative. Hunting with guns is a popular activity enjoyed by many, especially hunters, often taking place during the daytime when there is enough light to observe the prey. The shooting range typically ranges from a few dozen inches and can be carried out accurately and efficiently. Each hunting trip usually yields a significant number of wild boars, and many hunters also utilize hunting dogs in their activities. These dogs are specially trained to track and hunt wild prey, with the ability to detect and guide hunters to find the prey. They often have a better sense of smell and scent than ordinary dogs, helping to detect wild boar herds from a distance. The collaboration between humans and hunting dogs has been proven to be highly effective in hunting. After finishing the hunting, collecting and processing wild boars becomes an important issue. Although some farmers have processed wild boars for family use, using wild boars as food remains controversial in terms of safety and health. They may carry infectious diseases such as hepatitis E, posing a danger to human health. The opposition of some people is entirely understandable, as they view this behavior as inhumane and harmful. What about you? Do you agree or disagree with the issue of consuming wild boar meat? Please share your opinion with me. Besides, cricket invasion is becoming a serious problem for us, especially on farms. They cause serious damage to crops and damage soil for nest building. Not only limited to rural areas, they also appear in urban areas, causing many problems from traffic congestion to the risk of traffic accidents and other negative impacts on the living environment. Their rapid reproduction increases pressure on agriculture, as they can lay up to 1,000 eggs at a time. Crickets not only harm vegetable and fruit crops, but also pose a risk to both humans and animals. To reduce the invasion of crickets, residents have adopted methods of raising them on farms to limit the significant increase of crickets. Crickets are then processed into products such as meat meals and oil, which not only provide a nutrient-rich food source for humans and animals, but also reduce pressure on other food sources such as chicken and fish. This also helps control cricket populations in natural environments in the United States. The strategy of raising and harvesting crickets to control populations has been implemented since the 2010s and has proven effective in reducing cricket invasions and supporting natural environmental balance over time. Perhaps you are not aware that in Australia, kangaroo is considered the symbol of the country. However, few people know that kangaroos are also becoming one of the most significant invasive issues today. With an estimated population of up to 50 million, the presence of kangaroos brings many challenges and problems, especially in terms of farm invasion and attacks. The grazing habits of kangaroos in farms cause significant damage to Australian agriculture, with estimated losses of up to $100 million annually. Additionally, the presence of kangaroos on roads poses significant risks to local residents. According to statistics, about 200 people are injured annually in traffic accidents related to kangaroo encounters. Certainly, unable to let this situation continue, farmers chose hunting methods to prevent harassment from kangaroos. This method is considered the most effective and widespread way to manage kangaroo populations in Australia. Hunters must hold valid licenses and use appropriate equipment while adhering to safety regulations monitored and controlled by the Australian government, particularly prioritizing areas with high kangaroo densities. Professional hunters often undertake these activities to minimize risks. Each year, approximately 5 million kangaroos are hunted to maintain a balance between them and the habitats that need protection. This helps prevent damage in agriculture, especially during periods when kangaroos are foraging for food. Do you think this approach is effective? Please share your opinion with us.